Hace unos días, como jefe de Estado, procedí a solicitar una investigación urgente dado las graves denuncias que me llegaron a las manos.
My name is José Pereira. I am a former oil and gas executive. I'm one of the CITGO6. Well, the thing is that during that time, there was the Trump administration here in the U.S., and they were imposing a lot of sanctions on the regime of Venezuela that they declared that it was illegitimate. So they were trying to replace that regime. They were imposing a lot of political sanctions to the country and to the people, and even they did a petroleum ban. So we inadvertently get caught in the middle of that situation. So there was a total mess that I'm gonna tell in my book. By the way, I'm gonna say the truth of the matter that what happened, because the truth hasn't been told. I have been hearing the opposition in Venezuela and the government of Venezuela, and even hear the U.S. government saying things. Some are not totally accurate, some are totally lies. I'm gonna say exactly what really happened. We were caught, we were put in by the counterintelligence military police of Venezuela called the DGC. That police put us in a military basement, like a 3-story basement in a military installation. Was a dungeon, was a total nightmare. These guys were really sociopaths. They were maybe making daily tortures, and physical and mental and physical torture. A lot of things we saw there. We were put in a very confined place called the submarine. So when we stayed there, we stayed around 10 months totally isolated. We didn't know what was going on. We stayed like 10 months without no communication with the family. So they wanted to break us. There was no window. There was no running water. Didn't have fresh water. We were drinking bad water. I began to have a severe stomach problem. I went to the pneumonia. I was spitting blood. So we were really thinking that we were gonna die there. Really in a bad situation. When I began to receive the food and the medicine, at some point I began to smuggle letters because I needed communication to my wife. So I took the risk. Maybe I could have died, but I took the risk. I began to smuggle letters in the trash cans, and that was effective because I sent a letter, and like 2 or 3 days later, I received a letter from my wife replying me, and we began to do it like that, back and forth with writing, and it began to be a routine. Every 3 days we were writing. We began to develop like a secret code. That secret code was in the case they discovered the letters. So it became really my memoir. So when I came back, my wife has compiled 1,000 letters. So she had put it in Word. So when I decided to go back to the letters and compile them, that's the way I wrote my book. So you will see and feel in the book the process I was going through, all what I was suffering in the moment, because you will see it there. And you will see also how it will be evolving in time, because at some point we decided to go to a survival mode. So when we figured out what was going on with us, our family began to decided to not to stay quiet, because they were asking, the U.S. government was asking to them to be silent, and they decided to go big to the press. So you will see a lot of news at the time in the major medias. They went to Fox, they went to CNN, they went to ABC, CNBC, CBS, AFP, AP, Bloomberg, Reuters, Time Magazine. They went to all the major Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, New York Times. You can see news of us all over the world. At that point, the pressure was so big that they decided to put us together. For the first time in like 1 year, we were put together in a closet. We were literally living in a closet, a 100 square feet closet. We were staying there almost the rest of our confinement, more than 3 years. More than 3 years without no windows, the door totally locked all the day. And at the end, well, we decided to go to a survival mode, and we decided to survive. And, we began to do a daily routine. By that time, we had books. So I began to read a lot, and there was a book that came to me from a guy that was a survivor during the World War II in the Nazi concentration camp of Auschwitz. His name is Viktor Frankl, and the book is A Man on the Search of a Meaning. That guy was saying in that book that the people that survive this type of ordeal in prison is because they have a meaning in their life. So we found that their meaning in their life was being sane in body, soul, and spirit, and come back okay to their families. So we really begin to work hard on that, and we did it on a daily basis. Why I decided to write my book, I want to set the record right, that what really happened there. I'm going to tell the truth. I want that the people that write my book inspiring that any adversity in life, they can survive it. So this is going to be my legacy for the world. So in the future, the generations to come, they will read my book as part of the story and as part of the way I decided to transcend my ordeal. Thank you very much.